Friday night?
Yeah, to be honest, I fought in every sort of nation after Friday in the UK other than England. But yeah, it's exciting to be here. Obviously you hear of the tales of all the previous shows that have been here, Bellator and other promotions, and I'm excited to hear that crowd. I'm bringing a fair few people over as well, and I'm super excited just to get in there and just show the world really what they've been missing, because I feel like, personally, it's the last fight was a bit of a unfortunate one, as in performance-wise. Take nothing away from my opponent who beat me fair and square, but I want to go in there and right that wrong off, and I truly believe that. I'm definitely a top 10 fighter in this division. It's just going out there and proving it.
Yeah, it's a fight that a lot of people, not a fight, but a lot of people calling for you to be on the event way before you were announced officially. Do you think your sort of style suits this big arena and this atmosphere?
Yeah, to be honest, and ironically, the last two times I fought, I felt like they were my not so good performances, and ironically, what they both had in common, that there was no crowd there. And look, I feed off that. I enjoy that. I enjoy that whole pressure of the crowd being there, and I think it's going to be a big help come Friday night. I really do, and I'm super excited just to get in there and just feel that energy of the crowd. Like I previously said, I'm bringing about maybe 50, 60 people over, Welsh fans, and I'm really grateful for them to be doing the trip over, because they are like an extra person in there with me, and it's going to be nice. I'm not sure what the attendance is going to be, but it's going to be a lot more than my last two fights, I can assure you that.
And a tough opponent against Takarov, but I presume the fight you look forward to.
Yeah, definitely. He's a very stiff test. He's someone that has not been looked over in camp. He's someone who has, a very, very good record on the European scene. Very heavy-handed, got some stoppages. We're excited. We've done our homework on him. We know it's going to be a tough, gritty fight. But like I said, personally, myself, if I turn up on the night, I know I can get the job done.
Hi Brett, first of all, happy birthday. I know it's your birthday. What motivation have you got? You're fighting an 8-0 fighter this weekend, so what motivation does that give you in front of your own fans as well?
Yeah, I wasn't expected to be weight cutting on my 30th birthday, but it is what it is, But yeah, I'm excited. Me and my girlfriend are staying an extra day or two after the show. No matter what the result is come Friday night, I will be celebrating with my fiance. We've been through a lot these last 2 years, and I just want to go out and celebrate. And the icing of the cake really would be getting a win in that 3 arena on Friday night.
Hi Brett. Obviously, when you signed for Bellator, a lot of people, I think, thought you'd go in there and be a champion very quickly. That first loss, obviously, said it was in front of no fans. Is that what you kind of put it down to, or is it? A lot of people talk about the change in promotion too, and the very much the change leading up to the fight, as well as in the fight itself. Reflecting on that first Bellator fight, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I to be honest, I'm open as a book on the last Bellator fight. I really am. There was a few things that I personally didn't camp. There was nothing so much with the promotion that was different. I didn't feel obviously the only pressure was changing over and being this fighter that was in the UFC on a 2-fight win streak and coming in and being this sort of big name in the promotion. Obviously, we were meant to fight a guy called Matheus Matos 6 days before the fight, who was a Brazilian striker. And then we ended up fighting a really good wrestler, Danny Sabatello. So, yeah, there was a change up there as well. That probably didn't help the situation. Also, the camps I've had the last 2 fights have been too long, I think, personally. I think for both fights, they were roughly about 16 weeks. This one, we cut it down to 8 weeks, but then we got COVID for the first week, and then we got staff for the second week. So this, in theory, this should have been a really bad camp, but it hasn't been. It's been a good camp, and like I said, there's no excuses come Friday. There isn't. The first 2 weeks of this camp, if anything, has done me favours. I'm a fighter who always trains and never take much time away from the gym. So I feel particularly now we found a little niche there with the amount of time, the amount of weeks I train in camp. So we've changed some things up. We've come into the fight slightly heavier with weight as well, because I feel like I was on weight for a lot longer. Also, the camp time has come down, but still though, to previous UFC weigh-ins, I'm still I'm still a lot lighter than what I was then. So yeah, we're working things. And look, I want to make my impact in the sport. And I'm 30 years old, and a lot of things have hit home with me, as in I'm watching fighters retire and thinking about the plan B, about the end of this sport. And really what I want to do now is just make an impact. Look, to win that Bellator title would be a dream come true. But my biggest plan, I think, is just to become a legend in Welsh MMA, in British MMA, in European MMA. That's what I want to do. And look, Friday night's just another step towards that direction. A loss on Friday is going to be a bit of a stinger. But like I said, this sport's been my whole life, and I dedicate to my life. And even after my days are over with, I'm going to be involved in this sport for a very long time.
You mentioned Welsh MMA there, and I was actually speaking to Oban Elliott last night, and he was saying there's going to be a good crowd coming over, and obviously with Jack Shore and Pedersen on the car as well. It could be a really big time, isn't it, for Welsh MMA? Are you looking to kind of start that off this year, especially as well, and over the next few years? There's so many contenders, I suppose, in Welsh MMA emerging at the moment.
100%, and I'm so fortunate. I'm so lucky to have two coaches there who not only care for me in the gym, but care outside the gym. People don't understand the sort of talking about taxes, talking about all these different things that a fighter has to go through behind the scenes that people don't get to see. And I got two guys in the gym there who really look out for me and really have my best interest at heart. And honestly, I love the guys to bits. Not only do they help me out personally, they help the gym out. You've got Shaw MMA with Carl Parker and Richard Shaw, the top coaches, guys that have been at this level for a very long time, and to be with them guys now for the last 2 years has really changed my game up. Obviously, skill-wise, I'm a better fighter. Physically, I'm a better fighter. But I love the game more now, being around them people. And it's a big step in the right direction, and we've got some really good talent coming through. I get to train with Jack on a daily basis, and honestly, Jack's a great guy, and honestly, I think he can go definitely into this top 5 in the next 2 years in the UFC, and to be a part of his camp as well as a dream come true. Look, I'm hoping, like I said, my fingers aren't crossed. If you know me and seen the fights I'm in, I leave with a few cuts and bruises, but ideally I like to go on the Friday, get the win, then go straight over to the back home. Celebrate my missus on the weekend, go straight back home and help out Tank to get him to his fight week. But we're all a team down in Shaw MMA. Last
one for me. Obviously the tournament is in your weight class coming up, and you did make it the same for Brian Moore and Lugo, and obviously your opponent as well coming into the weekend. It feels like there might be a little bit of a mini tournament to fight the winner of the big tournament maybe next year. Is that your goal over the next year? Win all the fights and put yourself in place to be the next guy to fight for a title when the tournament's over?
100%. The goal is to be the champ. I wouldn't be in this promotion if I felt like I was just making up numbers. I want to make an impact in this division. I want to get a big win, and Friday night is the first steps of putting that onto place.
Thank you.
Are you happier with Bellator or the UFC?
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm happy at Bellator. The other day I wouldn't have moved over here if I weren't happy. But the guys here have treated me fantastic. Even after the last fight, I was very bitter leaving the Mohegan Sun after the performance. But as a whole, Bellator really looked after me, and I'm very grateful. And like I said in previous interviews, if this is my home to the finish, so be it. I'm a happy man, and I just want to continue on this journey with them.
We were talking about Welsh MMA there. Of course, it's been a while since we've seen like a big show. Did you watch the Liam Williams and the Chris Eubank boxing match, and did that make you think we need to get Bellator back over there?
100%. Look, I've got a little bit of an agenda while I'm here, and that was to kind of push for a Welsh show. And we've had major organisations hit England, Scotland, Northern Ireland. We never had it come to Wales, and that would be a bit of another sort of bit of a bucket list thing for me to do, is to try and be the man who tries to bring a major promotion into Wales. We've got some venues there that's able to do it, as you've seen in the Motorpoint Arena in Cardiff with Liam Williams versus Eubank. Like I said, we've got the places. We just need the talent, and even outside the UFC on the regional circuit, we've got some boys there who can represent us very well. Like I've said previously, we've got loads of fighters now. We've got loads of fighters. It's just giving them the opportunities that they deserve. And we can definitely look at doing a show in Wales. That's for sure.
And particularly given, unfortunately, Liam's performance last time out, you'd want to give the Welsh fans a better performance next time.
100%. You know, that venue is a big deal to me. That the Motorpoint Arena has some personal history for me. You know, I won my Cage Warriors world title in that same venue. You know, so yeah, it's in fact, I've never lost in that venue. I think I fought there twice and I lost in that venue. And to have Bellator there and fight there and have me involved in some way would be fantastic. And yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan, you know. And I'd like to be the guy. We've got some amazing representatives, as you said earlier. Scott Patterson's on the card. We've got Liu Long. We've got Bobby Pallet, you know. And like I said, we've got some great guys. And outside of that, people like Josh Reed, Crazy Horse, who's a very big name in Cage Warriors. Crazy Horse would come over and he'd give Bellator a run for their money, definitely, for sure.
You said that you were suffering with staph and COVID. Has there been any long-term effects to that with your camp or anything like that?
Nothing at all. You know, personally, like I said, we've got the right guys in place who look at this stuff and see it, and we sorted it out before it became a big problem. You know, yeah, it was a problem. It was a week off training because we had to sort it out with the antibiotics and also the COVID the week before. It kind of all came the same time. But the COVID kind of went and the staff kind of stayed there. So, but it's okay. Like I said, you know, I've got a nice little scar there, but it is what it is. These things happen in the sport, you know, and unfortunately it caught me out this time. You know, it's not a very popular thing in our gym, but you know, it did catch me out. And yeah, look, at the end of the day, I'm fine. It's, you know, it's like I said, it's not going to be an excuse. I'm ready for this fight. If I felt like I wasn't ready, I wouldn't be standing here and I would have changed the date. But I'm confident, I'm ready, I'm fit, and we're ready to go.
I want to do a couple on the Zoom here. Kobe, go ahead.
Hi, Brett. Kobe from Pro Sports Podcasters in Canada. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Now, you're fighting an undefeated opponent. You know what that's like. You went 15-0 as a professional before you took your first loss. Do you think he's feeling a lot of additional pressure facing a veteran like yourself?
Nah, I think he's at that level now. He's had them fights which he gets to show his grit and determination. He knows himself that when he's put in deep waters, he can swim. So yeah, you know, that pressure, the actual fight itself, I don't think so. You know, the pressure of being undefeated, it affects different fighters in different ways. Like, you know, when I hit 15-0, I was, or even before that really, I kind of accepted the fact that I was, that potentially that the loss was around the corner, and mad enough, it was. So, look, personally, I don't know what he's dealing with right now personally, but I think he's come prepared, he's come ready, and so have we.
And stylistically, is this going to be a war or more of a cagey affair?
I could say whatever I want to this microphone, but when I get in there, everything kind of goes a bit doolally and it goes a bit crazy. But yeah, look, I'm going to go in there and do what I do and do personally what I've done for my whole career. But you know, the main focus is to get a win and be back on track, and that's what I'm planning on doing.